just a little out of his range. Yeah. One, two. 1, 2, check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check, check. Hello, Mr. Slaughter. Put your headset on there. Oops.
There we go.
It's got to pull back toward you.
Oh, I didn't see it because it was covered. Check, 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 check.
1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Check, check. Second mic. Check,
All right.
check.
One, 2. Preston leading by 19.
They had as much as a 25, 27 point.
27, 28 at one point. One, two, check. How's that, John? Send you spots yet?
Can you hear him from the studio?
No. Just have to go by what he texts me.
Oh, I see.
Of course, when I talk to him over this, it's about a 30-second delay.
I see.
One, two, three.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling
KACA.
Why? Just get a job.
The Preston Lady Indians head into district tournament play on Thursday night as they look to lock up another trip to the state tournament. The Lady Indians went 4-0 in district play this year and will be the favorite to represent the district in Boise later this month. Join John Slaughter and myself for the call on Thursday night from Preston Gym. The pregame show gets started at 6:45 with a tip-off at 7 o'clock. Catch all the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find
KACA.
Advertise your open positions on the radio. You'll be amazed how quickly you see a response. You'll reach more people for less. The job stop includes radio and internet advertising. Call us for more info. We're a local company with a toll-free number, 833-856-9625. That's 833-856-9625.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Well, very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Pocatello as tonight the Preston Indians, who will go looking to break that 5-game losing streak, come here to Highland High School and will take on the Highland Rams. John Slaughter with me, John Beverly back in the studio tonight. I'm Dan Hubbard, and we're certainly glad to have you with us tonight for this very important basketball game, John. If nothing more, just to right the ship and get back going in a positive direction.
Well, and that's what we're looking for tonight. Is Highland is a fairly decent team, but they're definitely not the caliber of what we've had the last 5 games. And I think we have a good chance of winning, especially if we play our game. So.
Yeah, when you think about what Preston has faced in the last 5 games during this losing streak, Hillcrest twice, Pocatello twice, and Century, those are tough matchups.
Yep. This district is, probably one of the best in the state, if not the best in the state, even though we only have 3 teams. And any one of these teams could go all the way.
So for the Indians, they come into the game with a record of 11-6 now. The 5-game losing streak, the only other game they'd lost outside of that was the championship game of the holiday tournament against Jerome, and they're 0-3 in district play. For Highland, the 5A school from here in Pocatello, they come in at 6-10. They are 2-4 in conference play. They've lost 2 straight and 4 of the last 5. So really, it's a pair of teams really struggling and could really use a good performance this evening.
And that's what both teams are going to look for is the step up to go to the next level, to go into the next playoff or wherever they're going towards the end of the season. They've got to get that step up in order to have the momentum to go into the tournaments.
And for Preston, it's a good time to do it now. They have, including tonight, they have 4 games left in the regular season, and 3 of the 4 are against teams with losing records. So it's time to be able to do the things to get back on track. And they're not doing a whole lot of bad things. It's just little things and little sequences of times at spots in the game that end up costing them as they fall behind.
Yeah, it's just like a gear. If it's slipping in the car, a little bit, and it's not running perfectly, we can't get the full momentum going down the road. It makes a difference. But that's what Preston's looking for, is a night to get back together, build the confidence, and go forward and start running a little smoother.
So for Preston, they come home Friday night. It is senior night as the Century Diamondbacks will be in town, and that'll be their final regular season home game of the year. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll visit with the coach, Tyler Jones, our guest here on the pregame show, and we come back right after this.
KACH, My Local Radio.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
It's easy, fun, fast, and affordable. Do all of your grocery shopping online at Stokes Market. Simply log into stokesgrocery.com. Select the Shop Online tab and shop for your items. Then select the pickup time that is convenient for you. Pay online, and if you can't get out, then have someone else pick up your groceries for you. Do your grocery shopping online and still shop locally. It's part of the new normal, and it's fun. Do it now. Shop, enjoy, save at stokesgrocery.com.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Tyler Jones, our guest from here at Highland High School, before we face the Rams here. It's, you know, I'm kind of a loss for words to start here. Where do you start now that the losing streak's been extended to 5?
Just, we talk about in practice. We just got to not worry about, what's happened. We got to worry about what we can control, and that's tonight, and we can't worry about the end result. We got to just take it, play by play, quarter by quarter, half by half. And if we can go out and win the first quarter and then win the first half, then it puts you in a good situation. So, it's tough. We haven't been in this situation in a while, and it's easy to, lose your confidence and things don't go your way. But if we can get through this, we're gonna be a lot better for it, and it'll help us down the stretch as we get ready for the district tournament.
I guess the bottom line is, when you look right at it, it's a number's just a number. It's not like it's the end of the world. You can come out, you can play better, and pick up a win here tonight.
Exactly, and that's what we're focusing on is. We want to get that confidence, that momentum back, and we got to go do it. No one's going to do it for us. We have to go do it, and we got to bring that energy. And we've been close, but we just can't have those little spurts where 3 or 4 minutes we don't score, and the other team goes on a run, and we just got to be steady for 4 quarters.
It's been those little moments in time in each of those 5 games that has cost us in the end.
Exactly, and. It's consistency, and I think that's one word. In the past where we've had success, we've been consistent. We've had those, 4 good quarters, and against good teams, and our schedule's been tough. You can't have those breakdowns and those letdowns against those good teams, and we need a good one tonight.
There's 4 games left in the regular season. The road starts here tonight in Highland, and like you said, now is the time to turn things around.
Yep. You want to be playing your best basketball, as you get ready for the postseason, and we still have time. That's the good thing. We have, these 4 games right now that we can build on and get our confidence going, but no one's going to do it for us like we talked about. We have to go out. We need to be aggressive. We need to do the things we do well, and that's push the ball, transition, and the last few games we've been, the game's been in the 40s and the 50s. We like 60s, 70s, and we've got to play our style and play our game, and not let the other team dictate that.
What dictates that? Is it just the defense? Is it size, or what is it?
Yeah, combination, I think. We've been on the road the last few games. We were at home for a long time, and the road, it's tough to play on the road. You have to be even more focused, more, and I think we're a younger team, and sometimes those runs, the momentum of being on the road, it's affected us when they make those runs, and we've got to weather the storm and make our own runs tonight.
Having the home crowd against you it's just another element. It's 5 guys on the floor, but it's another 500 people in the stands.
Yeah. And, I mean, look where we've been. We went to Hillcrest, and they're number 1 team in the state. We went to Pocatello. They're number 2 in the state. We went to Century. They're number 4 in the state. And they're really good teams, too. And we've got to be able to – it's going to make us better. We just got to fight through this stretch.
So here tonight against Highland, a team that you faced back at our place, but early in the season, and you were able to pull out a win that night. When it's got to make you at least feel better coming into tonight's game that you have an opponent that you've already seen and you've already beaten.
Yeah, Highland, they're playing. They've been up and down this year. That was a long time ago. That was early in the season. They're better now, and again on that road. Up here against a 5A big school, so not going to be easy again. We're going to have to play really well and that consistent thing, play 4 good quarters, and if we do that, then I like our chances tonight.
Hopefully, I like our chances as one. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it done. Thanks for the time as always.
All right, thank you.
Tyler Jones, our pregame guest. Take a time out. Back with more right after this.
KACA.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team. With multiple positions available across several departments, day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
The Preston Lady Indians head into district tournament play on Thursday night as they look to lock up another trip to the state tournaments. The Lady Indians went 4-0 in district play this year and will be the favorite to represent the district in Boise later this month. Join John Slaughter and myself for the call on Thursday night from Preston Gym. The pregame show gets started at 6:45 with the tip-off at 7 o'clock. Catch all the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Stop in at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest and save during the month of January. Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs. Buy 8, save $16 after mail-in rebate. 12-ounce can of WD-40 Spray-On Lubricant, just $5.49. And canisters of Armor All Wipes, mix and match different types, 2 for $10. Price is good through February 16th. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street, where you can save daily on the everyday products you need for your car or truck. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. We have just a moment to spend together before we go back to commercial. But, John, give me some keys to the game. What do the Indians have to do to get back on the winning side?
Well, Dan, as you know, you and I get here early enough that we get to watch the JV team. And Coach Jones and Coach Shumway coach very similar. The teams feel, and if they play like the JV did tonight, you know, they're a fast team, they're a good passing team, and they play together. If they do those 3 things tonight the same way the JV did, by the way, the JV won 67-53, but if they do the same things that the JV did tonight, I think we can take Highland back home with a win.
Well, we'll find out coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll take a timeout. It's the Rams and the Indians coming up right after this.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
We had no winner on Wednesday in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, so we'll throw another $5 into the jackpot. And Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $110. Be listening as I call out another 4-digit lucky number. If it matches the number on your money magnet, you could be a winner. $110 in the jackpot Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on Preston's Home for Fun, Information, and Music. FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indian basketball. The Indians take the floor as they look for another trip to the state playoffs. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care. When you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Browns & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. They have the parts that you need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle. They will fix the car that the other mechanics will refuse to touch. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Well, we welcome you back here to Pocatello as Highland High School as the Indians take on the Highland Rams. Time to meet the starters for tonight's game. First for the Indians. In their blue uniforms, trimmed in white with white numerals on the back, it'll be Rhett Larson, the 6'4 senior to start. Cam Hobbs will also get the start, the 6-foot junior. Brecker Knapp, the team leader, 6'4 senior. Another senior is Steve Roberts. He is 6'3" tall. And, of course, the outstanding sophomore, Drew Jones, at an even 6 foot for the Preston Indians here tonight. Preston with a record of 11-6. They are 0-3 in conference play, but they get a chance to right that coming up Friday night when the Century Diamondbacks come to town. Now for the Highland Rams with a record of 6-10. They are 2-4 overall on the year, as it will be number 2, Brandon Kelly, a 6'1" senior. Ramon Barella, a 5'6" senior, starts tonight for the Rams as well. Fisher Anderson, he is a 6'1" sophomore, as he gets a start, along with Ezra Godfrey, they pronounce it, 5'11" junior. And finally, rounding out the starting lineup, 6'4" junior Jaden Wright, who had 16 points in the first meeting against the Indians back in December, back in Preston, a game that the Indians beat Highland by a score of 58-42. So we're about ready to play as the Indians look to right the ship and come home and get ready to play Century, but you can't afford to overlook the Rams. Looking forward to Century. They'll knock you off big time.
No, as Coach Jones mentioned, Highland, we played them earlier in the season, and they're a much improved team. They have a few seniors on the team, but their starters, they only have 2 out of the 3, or 3 out of the 5 seniors, and they're going to be improved. So they're going to be a little tougher tonight, I think, than normal.
Opening tap for tonight's game brought to you by Motor Jungle at 597 North State Street in Preston, as the tap is controlled by the Rams in the backcourt as they get it back to Barella. He brings it up into the front 47 feet. Now he'll pull the ball way back outside as they try to set up the offense. They go on a 3-person stack on the right side. Now finally they break out of it. Swing it back down in the corner. Can't get a shot there, so they'll bring it back out top to Barella. Comes to Godfrey. Now over on the right side to Wright. Has his pitch. It tapped, intercepted, and then Preston gives it away again, coming back up the floor. As it comes to Barella, almost lost it. Gives it back to Anderson. Wants to drive. Pulls up from about 7 and hits it.
Yeah, Highland gets the first bucket of the night, but they're both playing very quick. See quick hands out there on both teams.
So here's Preston's first real offensive set as Hobbs has it out straight away from the bucket. Gets away from Barella, comes around the screen set by Larson. Along the baseline, the pass comes to Roberts. Steve will now pull it back out as Preston will try to set up the offense. Comes back across the top of the key. So this is the thing that Jones was talking about. A little too deliberate as it comes to Larson from the left elbow. That's no good as the rebound's off to Kelly. Kelly to Barella, back up into the front court. Wants to drive all the way. Dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, he didn't have much choice there. He tried to drive into the middle, looked up at the basket, and the ball went right down on top of his foot. Rolled out of bounds.
Remember, Motor Jungle is the team that will work on all cars, even the one that you drive. Give them a call and stop by and see them at their location at the north end of State Street in Preston. Ball comes back over to Hobbs. Looks and lines up a three-pointer and hits it. So Hobbs hits the three-pointer. Gives Preston their first lead of the night at 3-2 as Wright wants to drive in a reach-in foul called against the Indians.
That's going to be on Larson.
So it's a first on Rhett, first on either team, and the ball will belong out of bounds in the baseline front court here to the Rams as Ramon Barella will bring it in. Snap pass comes way out top. Three-pointer from straight away by Kelly. That's no good, and it's tapped, and it comes to Jones. Here comes Drew up into the front court, coming up in a hurry. Whoa, look out. Comes around the screen set by Larson, who knocks the man down. Lorette with the rebound on the missed shot and puts it back in.
Well, and that just a high jump shot, rebound for Larson, and perfect position as his defender went underneath him, and he easy layup, easy shot.
Ezra Godfrey's looking for the name of that tree he ran into. As here comes the into the corner, it comes to Wright, wants to look down low, gives it back down low to Kelly for the layup.
Yeah, good look for the pass underneath to Kelly, right all alone underneath the basket.
So 5-4, Preston on top. Hobbs has it again on the left side. Comes back to Jones. Give it off to the elbow to Knapp. Gives it back to Jones. Spins in the paint. Give it off again to Larson for another layup.
Jones to Larson. A great no-look pass by Jones to Larson. An easy layup.
Rhett, who averages about 4.5 points a game, steals it now and takes it away and gives it to Hobbs. Here comes Preston back up to the front court. Roberts looks down the left side of the key. Tries to go to Knapp. Can't go there, so he'll bring it back out to Hobbs. Hobbs, top of the key, goes in the right corner to Roberts. Now get it back down low as it comes to Knapp on the block. And we're going to have that called as a held ball. And it'll stay with the Indians underneath their own basket. Larson with 4 points early, averages about 4.5. Had 4 points in the last game against Pocatello for the Indians as they get it into Knapp. Knapp comes back to Roberts, down the middle, little runner in the lane, spins around a couple of times and comes in, finally falls in.
Yeah, great, easy up and over the rim for Roberts.
9-4, Preston on top as we approach the midway point of quarter number 1. Wright gives it off, Godfrey up in the front court, gives it back to Wright, way outside the big man, so he'll hand it off to Barella, swing it back down low. Now they get it to Wright down low. Nothing you can do there, so they'll work it all the way back outside again. Comes to Anderson in the right corner. Back out top to Barella. Swing it back to Godfrey. Now down in the corner it goes to Kelly. Good perimeter passing for the Rams, but they can't do anything else with it. As Preston's packed in that zone defense, make him shoot over the top. The shot by Wright is no good. Larson has the rebound, gives it to Hobbs up into the front court. That's Roberts from the right corner. Three-pointer is good.
Money, that was wide open. No one even contested the shot. Roberts off to the right side. Three-pointer, good.
Second three-pointer of the game for the Indians, who lead 12-4. Well on the way here to what Coach Knapp called winning each quarter. As Godfrey drives, no good. Gets his own rebound down on the right block. Double team down there, so he has to do something with it. He throws it back outside as it comes to Anderson. His shot in the paint is no good. And a big one-handed rebound by Knapp up high. Brecker back up in the front court, swings it back in the right corner to Roberts again. He just made one from there a moment ago. Now gives it back to Larson, top of the key. Rhett, one bounce dribble, gives it back to Jones. Jones comes around the screen. Now he'll back it back out again. 3:10 to play here in the first quarter. 12-4, Preston on top. Jones wants to drive, pulls up at the right elbow, looking for somebody to give it to. Finally gives it back to Roberts. He'll pull up, he'll shoot from the right elbow and hit it.
Yeah, just like a foul shot. He stopped there, only a jump shot, made it a jump shot off the foul line.
Roberts got 7, and Highland needs a timeout. 14-4, Preston leads by 10 here in the first quarter, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Want to apologize, no video available tonight, but if you do want to watch the game, you can on nfhsnetworks.org. It's a pay service, so you can log on and pay. It'll cost you about $10.95 a month to be able to log on, but you'll be able to watch the games throughout the rest of the season. So Preston will come out and they show the full court press for the first time tonight, leading by 10. As the Rams get it into the backcourt, now have to snap the ball up into the front court. Garrett Campbell, 15 and white, into the game for the first time tonight. His skip pass goes over on the left side as it goes to Godfrey. He brings it back out top to Barella.
Great defense by the Indians.
Also, Eli Parrish into the game for the first time for the Rams. Back outside, Godfrey looks at a three. That's no good. Good position inside, and Hobbs comes crashing in for the rebound. But he's going to crash into the back of Anderson and draw the foul.
Had he not have come over the back of Anderson, Anderson would have been over the back of Knapp, I think, and we would have got the call there because it was like a Oreo cookie there, blue and white.
2:27 to play here in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Preston Dental Care. As that'll be a kick against Jones. Got a good job to get in front of it and knock the pass down, but did it with his leg. Remember, Preston Dental Care is where you go if you need professional cares on your teeth. That's when you need to call Dr. Iverson. Give them a call today at 852-3700 or stop by the office at 135 South State Street in Preston. Anderson, top of the key, drives down the lane as Linhart into the game for the first time, and the first thing he does is block his shot, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, nice block by Linhart. The ball went out of bounds on Roberts.
So give a block to Linhart. Ball again out of bounds, baseline for the Rams. In the front court as they bring it in deep and back into Godfrey. Godfrey will work the ball back around the top, gives it back here to Borello on the angle right. Borello will come back up to the top again, and he gives it off to Parrish. Parrish, the 6-foot senior. Back to Parrish. Back down low in the corner. Campbell for a 3 from the corner. That's no good. Naps up high to grab that rebound. Here comes Brecker on the run. Defense is back, but Brecker's going to keep going anyway. Gives it off in the left corner there to Roberts. Now back out top as it comes back to Hobbs. Cam holds it up over his head, goes behind the back, goes around Borella all the way. The reach in, no call as they knock the ball away. Picked up there by Campbell. Gives it back up in the front court as it goes to Borella. Now to Parrish in the left corner. Back outside to Borella as now they'll spread the floor and slow it down a bit. But they still trail by 10. And the pass there is intercepted. As it comes clear, comes to Hobbs up into the front court. Hobbs double teamed along the baseline. Back outside to Jones. Looks at a 3. Good.
Jones hits those shots a lot better when he's off balance. That was an off balance 3, but went nothing but net.
Third 3 of the first quarter for the Indians. 17-4 with 1 minute to play. Anderson wants to drive. Gets all the way down along the baseline and double dribbles. So a turnover, and the ball's going to come back to the Indians. Lords and Hamlin into the game. Roberts and Hobbs will come out for the Indians with 55 seconds left. So a good first quarter here so far for Preston. Getting their shooting legs under them again as well. That's always important too. Here's Jones back up into the front court. Hamlin has it down in the corner. Try to get it down on the block to Knapp, but a nice defensive play by Garrett Campbell coming over to knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, Campbell's got some length and the long arms there, so those passes inside are going to have to be more careful.
Lords gets it in. Linhart pull up 14-footer is just a hair long, and the rebound comes off to Campbell. 40 seconds to play. Here come the Rams back up in the front court. Wright has it down in the right corner, dribbles it back out to the elbow. Swing it back down into the corner again to Parrish. Still doesn't want the shot as they'll work it all the way back around. Now it comes to the other Borella on the roster. That's Ridge Borella. As inside, Wright had it knocked away, and it's going to go off the Rams and out of bounds.
That was a gimme there. That was definitely off the Indians.
Get it in quick before they can change their mind. As Lords gets it into Jones, who walked the dribble up into the front court as they're down to 12 seconds to play here in the quarter. Jones, get it inside. Linhart has it at the left elbow with 6, with 5. Give it back to Jones with 4, with 3, with 2. Turns and fires up a long 3, and it goes in and out. But hold on, we got a whistle or just bodies colliding?
I think just bodies colliding. I don't think they called anything on that.
Parrish and Linhart ended up in a heap on the floor, but no calls as Preston will lead by 13 after the first quarter. 17-4. We'll go to the second coming up right after this.
KACA.
Stop in at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest and save during the month of January. Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs. Buy 8, save $16 after mail-in rebate. 12-ounce can of WD-40 spray-on lubricant, just $5.49. And canisters of Armor All wipes, mix and match different types, 2 for $10. Price is good through February 16th. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street, where you can save daily on the everyday products you need for your car or truck. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. The Preston Lady Indians head into district tournament play on Thursday night as they look to lock up another trip to the state tournaments. The Lady Indians went 4-0 in district play this year and will be the favorite to represent the district in Boise later this month. Join John Slaughter and myself for the call on Thursday night from Preston Gym. The pregame show gets started at 6:45 with the tip-off at 7 o'clock. Catch all the action on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. And on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
The other game we're keeping an eye on, John, is across town where Century and Pocatello are playing tonight. And Century leads 7-3 midway through quarter number 1 at the Snake Pit at Century. So the Rams have the ball to start the second quarter. Borella and his brother play catch. Gives it off to Parrish on the left side. Borella, who stands way out near the midcourt stripe, faked a shot, and Knapp just kind of looked at him and smiled. Comes back to Borella. Back over to Ridge Borella. They snap it down in the corner. Again, good perimeter passing. But it's so good that it fooled the intended target, Eli Parrish, who wasn't within 10 feet of it.
Well, Parrish broke to the across the baseline, coming to go across court, and Barella just threw it straight past him, right into the officer standing in the corner there.
So turnover, gets the ball back to the Indians. Lords and Hamlin stay in the game to start the second quarter. And a foul here against
Barella.
the Rams. That'll go against Ramon Barella. That'll be his first. Remember, he has a brother, Ridge Barella, a sophomore, on the team as well. And they play him at the same time. In fact, they're both on the floor right now. As Jones drives, gives it off to Linhart. From the right elbow, doesn't shoot it. Comes across court to Lords. Get it back to Jones now in the left corner. Jones trying to get back up toward the top of the key as Barella just keeping him from making any kind of progress. As now a blocking foul as Campbell comes out to jump in front of Jones after he came around the screen, and he'll draw the block.
Yeah, it was a good deal by Jones as he set up the block by Lords, and then dribbled around Barella and then a block by.
And then Jones gets tackled by Barella, trying to go for the ball in the inbounds pass. As that will go against Ramon. That'll be his second, and that'll also be the third on the team here in the first half.
Just looking at the differences between the two offenses, Preston's offense is in tight. They're coming in tight. They're playing up, making a move in as tight as they can, where the Rams are on the outsides trying to get the long pass inside.
Hamlin will give it off to Lords, back to the top of the key. Lords hands it back to Jones as Gottfried is back in as Barella goes to the bench with his 2 fouls. Hand it to Hamlin, comes around, throws it up over the big man, Campbell, no good. But the rebound's off to the Indians as Linhart pulls it down from along the baseline. That's no good. Back outside to Jones. Another 3 from Drew. That's no good. Hamlin's got this rebound as well as they'll get it back outside to Jones again, who wants to drive, splits the defense and lays it in.
You know, that's one of the advantages we have with Jones is he is so quick off the dribble to go into the basket and drive to the basket.
Another timeout called by the Rams. 19-4, Preston leads as this second quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
Stop in at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest and save during the month of January. Autolite Double Platinum Spark Plugs. Buy 8, save $16 after mail-in rebate. 12-ounce can of WD-40 Spray-On Lubricant, just $5.49. And canisters of Armor All Wipes, mix and match different types, 2 for $10. Price is good through February 16th. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street, where you can save daily on the everyday products you need for your car or truck. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest.
KACH.
So they've gone on a 5-0 run since that previous timeout with about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter called by the Rams. Full court pressure again here put on by Preston. As they get it in, comes to Gottfried in the backcourt. Gottfried throws it around, comes to Barella up into the front court as they shoot from a long distance. That's no good as a shot put up by Owen Wild into the game as the pass intercepted there by Ridge Barella. Wants to drive, waits for Lords to go flying by, then he missed the layup. Right with the rebound is fouled by Lords going back up.
I thought that was a clean block by Lords. He had nothing but ball on top, but interesting.
First on Lords, that's now 3 on each team now. As Wright will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First one is good. That snaps the little scoring streak here by the Indians. That makes it 19-5 with 6 minutes exactly to go here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Need something for your car? Well, might as well go where you'll be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Wright makes them both to make it 19-6. Hobbs back into the game, get the ball up into the front court. Hamlin stays out on the floor. Browns it to Roberts in the left corner. It goes to Lords, back to Roberts, top of the key. Give it over to Hamlin on the right side. Now back to Roberts again, who gives it back to Hobbs. Preston maybe just a little bit more deliberate than they had been at any point in the game so far. Lords, top of the key. Oh, good pass down low to Knapp, who missed the layup. The tip won't go in as Knapp gets his own rebound. Turned around 3-footer in the lane is good.
2 rebounds and 3 shots by Knapp there to put that one in. Great hustle by him.
21-6. As the Indians again full court pressure in the backcourt. Here comes Barella again back up into the front. He'll give it off to Gottfried. Pass was deflected, and Lords runs into Barella. And it's going to say it was off Barella and out of bounds.
Yeah. I guess the angle was everything because my angle showed off Lords, but hey, we'll take it anyway. I won't complain the next time they miss one on the Indians.
Jones and Larson back into the game. So Preston now back to their starting 5 back on the floor as Hobbs will get it back up into the front court, leading by 15, 21-6. Jones down the middle, tries to shoot over right, but it ends up more of a pass to Larson. But a whistle and a foul anyway, and that'll go on Ridge Barella. That'll be his first.
That was a good observation by the referee showing that was a pass and not a shot.
Get it in, inside Knapp. His left-handed shot is too strong, and that's going to go against Larson over the back on the rebound.
I thought it was a good rebound by Larson. He had both hands on the ball, didn't even touch it. Touched the defender, the ram in front of him.
Barella gets it in, gets it to Gottfried. Gottfried dribbles into a double team, now dribbles out of it. Does a good job to do that. Campbell has it on the left side. Back to Ridge Barella. Holds it up high, gives it back to Gottfried, who now wants to drive. Cut off as he gets to the baseline. Back outside. Here's Wright. Wright has it knocked away from behind. It'll stay with Highland. Into the first quarter over at Century, Diamondbacks lead 10-5 in a very physical first quarter.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be one of those games over there.
Remember, last time they met, Isaiah Holloway went for 34 against them. As in the corner, Gottfried from the left corner puts it up, needs a bounce, won't get it. Wright had the rebound stripped away from him. Linhart ends up with it and gives it off to Roberts. 4:28 to play here in the first half. Jones pulls up, gives it back to Roberts. Now draws to drive the baseline, down low. Knapp back outside. Hobbs swing it back to Jones. Another three.
Short.
He's off, but there's a good tap in by Tyler Linhart, flying through the key.
Linhart doing it in the right place at the right time. Beautiful get a rebound off the rim.
23-6, the three-pointer put up, and that is good as it was right from way outside. First three-pointer of the game put up by the Rams. Jones has it, top of the key. Spins in the paint, gives it back to Linhart from 17. Straight away, won't get the bounce. Wright able to chase the rebound down there for Highland. Back up into the front court. As he brings the dribble, gets double teamed. Now looks to give it to somebody. Whip a pass over to Campbell, who runs over a man charging.
Yeah, Linhart took that all the way, saw that charge coming in, and Campbell just says, hey, you know what? I'm going to the basket. And he just overlooked Linhart and went right into him.
Second on Campbell, fifth on Highland as a team. 23-9, Preston leads with 3:37 to play here in the first half. And Brandon Kelly will come back into the game. He'll replace Campbell, who goes back to the bench with his 2 fouls. Kelly just needs a moment just to put his protective face mask back on. Looks like he probably had a broken nose at some point.
Yeah.
As Roberts gives it off to Hobbs. Up into the front court, it comes to Jones. Back to Hobbs. Gives it over to Knapp. Back down low to Linhart. Little dipsy-do move along the baseline. No good. As Ridge Barella pulls the rebound down. Quickly up the floor. Goes in the corner to Godfrey. Doesn't take the shot. Give it back to Barella. Lob it down low. As Linhart got a hand on it. Bounced off the bottom of the board and then came back to Tyler. Gives it to Hobbs. Up the floor. Lay it up. Won't go down. As Kelly has the rebound. They'll push up the floor. Wright is there. Lay it up and in.
Yeah, easy layup. All alone down here. Cherry picking off that pass from
Linhart shot from along the baseline, no good. Knapp has the rebound, throws it back outside. Jones able to save it, throws it on the floor, picked up there by the Rams. Again, here comes Gottfried up the floor, all the way. Left-hand layup is good. And Jones, after seeing his team get outscored here in the last couple of minutes, wants a timeout as well. 23-13, lead down to 10 with 2:41 to play here in the first half. We'll take a timeout. Again, we're back right after this.
KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market and True Value. Remember, they have fresh sushi made daily, along with fresh bakery and deli items. Stokes Market, True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. All right, Preston now seen their lead shrink down. It's back down to 10, 23-13 with 2.5 to play here in the first half. Still under the average that Preston would like to see scoring-wise, as that ball is going to be kicked by Gottfried. It'll go back to the Indians once they retrieve it all the way back down the other end of the floor. And here, Jones, they want to be in the 60s. They're about 7 points short of being near that, as Hobbs will bring it in from right in front of the Highland bench. Go ahead.
This has definitely been an up and down the court game. You know, both teams running as fast, as hard as they can.
Roberts, well outside, double teamed, gets it down low to Knapp. Back to Jones in the right corner. Doesn't take the shot. Back to Roberts. Drives down the baseline. Gives it off to Hobbs. He'll take a three and hit it.
Nice shot by Hobbs out here on the left quarter.
Has his second three of the game. He has a total of 6. 2 minutes to play. As it comes back to Anderson, lost the ball, and then it's a rugby scrum, and it's going to be off of Anderson and out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought that was going to, of course I didn't see, the team was up in front of us, but it looked like Hobbs hit it last, but I guess he must have been out of bounds.
All of a sudden the ball just came shooting out of there over toward the door.
Right.
About 20 feet away from where Anderson was laying on the floor, and they gave it to the Indians. Here's Jones up into the front court as he works against Kelly. Looks down the right side of the key. Bounce it down low. His pass is picked off. Comes back there, and then Jones makes a bigger issue of the problem as he runs over a man.
That was a frustration foul, as when he turned the ball over, he thought he was fouled. And so it was kind of a frustration trying to catch up and take the ball back away.
So each team with 5 team fouls. And Preston leading 13, with a 13-point lead, 26-13. Bounce it down low on the block. Again, this time it's off the kneecap of Anderson. As the Indians had it, lost it. Hamlin on the floor is tied up, and this one will stay with Preston.
Yeah, Coach Jones couldn't get a timeout in time, but it is our possession, so the arrow goes to us.
Century still with a 2-point lead in the game over at Century High School, 12-10, although Julian Bowie has 8 in the game. And right now, Isaiah Harwell sitting on the bench with a couple of fouls for Century. As, again, the pass poked out of bounds. They try to get it to Hobbs down in the left corner. Don't forget, Century is at Preston Gym Friday night. Ball comes back into Jones. 1:11 to play here in the first half. Preston up by 13. Look inside, get it back outside, top of the key, back to Knapp. He will give it back to Jones. Drew works there against Kelly as man-to-man defense put on here by the Rams. Back outside to Jones again. Now down inside a minute as we work our way under 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Jones comes around the screen, looks inside, nothing there, so he'll take it himself all the way. Layup no good, tapped, and it's going to stay with Preston with 40 seconds to play. Here's Hobbs to get it back in again from underneath their basket. Bounce it down low. Gets it to the Lords. His shot won't go down. Tapped out of bounds again. This time it's going to come back to Highland as Knapp up high to try to get the rebound. And it goes off out of bounds on him.
Yeah, we're trying to get enough shots underneath around the basket, but they're just not falling at this particular point.
So 33 seconds to play here in the first half as it comes to Barella. Inside, Anderson missed the layup. Knapp has the rebound. Here come the Indians, 3-on-2. Get it to Jones over on the right side. crossover into the paint, pulls up from 10 and hits it there. Jones has 7 in the first half. 28-13, Preston leading. 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Anderson back outside. Kelly for 3. That's no good. Long rebounds is off to Jones with 6, with 5. In a crowd. Gets it to Lords. Back outside to Hobbs to beat the clock. No good. And that's the way the first half will end, as Preston will lead by 15 going to the break, as they lead it 28-13. Another good quarter for the Indians, as they score 11 and outscore the Rams 11-9 in the quarter. Stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction halftime report is coming up. Preston leading 28-13. Halftime is on the way.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
We had no winner on Wednesday in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, so we'll throw another $5 into the jackpot. And Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $110. Be listening as I call out another 4-digit lucky number. If it matches the number on your money magnet, you could be a winner. $110 in the jackpot Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on Preston's Home for Fun, Information, and Music. FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
KACH.
Well, welcome back. This is the Ralph's Construction halftime report here from Highland High School, where the Indians, with a good first half, go off with a 15-point lead. They lead 28-13 as we go to the halftime break, John. Things have starting to look positive a little bit for the Indians. They can still play better, but at least things are looking the right way.
Well, yeah, they're keeping up with the defense of the Rams, and they're playing very fast. They're playing their type of game. They like to run and shoot and pass quick passes inside, work the ball in, get back downfield, get the bucket. They're taking plenty of shots. Our percentage is a lot higher than Highlands right now, and I think that's what's keeping us ahead of them. But both teams are running up and down the court and playing actually really pretty well.
You know, one of the things that they've been struggling with, we've been mentioning the outside shot, is their shots from behind the arc, and they had 4 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, but they're uncontested shots. Highland is not playing our guards like the other teams in the last 5 games have played our guards. If you watch our guards, they're dribbling around the perimeter and going in and then passing inside. They have a lot of room to move. They don't have to pass as quickly because there's time to pass the ball, dribble, and pass. Where in the last couple games, our guards have not had time to dribble. They've had to try and get rid of the ball or else they're fouled.
And the other thing that was a positive, getting back on the right track for the Indians. Well, maybe not. I shouldn't say a positive. they're getting shots inside. Unfortunately, they're still not going down consistently.
Right, we've got to be, those shots going up. I know they're being contested, but like Rhett and Knapp and Lenhart, when they get that ball underneath and they go back up, they've got to go strong. They can't just lob it up over the rim. They've got to go hard off the glass, get a good hard bounce into the rim, and for the points, they've got to put up the muscle. It's got to show muscle.
Yeah, go up and show muscle. If you get fouled, that's fine. You go to the free throw line, bang down a couple of free throws, and you still end up with 2 points.
But they are doing an excellent job on defense, on rebounding. Lenhart goes up strong, comes down with both hands. Rhett Larson's been doing a great job going up, getting position, getting the rebound. And Knapp's been skying high for some rebounds, and we're getting the ball out quick. So we're getting a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 type of break a lot of times, but we're not capitalizing inside, like you said.
28-13, Preston leads by 15. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at the stat sheet from the first half, brought to you by Naylor Insurance. We'll do that as we continue right after this.
KACA.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, let's look at the stats from the first half, brought to you by Naylor Insurance, with many options for you for home, health, life, and auto through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call Naylor Insurance at 852-0810 or stop by the office at 153 North State. Scoring-wise in the first half, first for the Highland Rams, it was Brandon Kelly with 2 points. Fisher Anderson had 2. Ezra Gottfried had 2. And 7 for Jaden Wright. They were 2 or 2 from the free throw line, and they did not make a 3 in the first half. For the Indians, 4 points for Rhett Larson, 6 for Cam Hobbs, 2 for Brecker Knapp. Steve Roberts was 7. Drew Jones also had 7. Tyler Linhart had 2. Preston also 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and they made a total of 4 threes in the first half. If you're Jones, what do you tell the guys coming out for the second half?
Well, he's going to tell them, hey, let's work on those inside shots. He's going to try to get the game going inside, and as long as we stay fairly tight on right, and just the guards, their guards are playing way out, but so their shots are only going to be, I'm not going to say luck, but unless they get an open shot, they're only scoring 2 and 3, 4 points apiece, but they're not scoring a whole lot. So we have to continue doing what we did in the first half, but be a little bit more aggressive on the boards, on offensive rebounds and back up, muscle it back up, and then take that outside shot. We're hitting them. We're relaxed. They're not pressuring our guards like they have, like other teams have, and we are hitting our shots. So
28-13, Preston leads. Fourth quarter, I should say the second half, rather, coming up next.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
The Preston Lady Indians head in.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Well, we'll start the second half. 28-13, Preston leads. Crosstown Century leading 22-14 at halftime at the Snake Pit against the Pocatello Thunder. So Highland will have the ball to start the second half.
Our starting five are out there for the Indians.
Preston with a good first quarter. Second quarter was a little less, 17-11 for the breakout of the points for scoring-wise for Preston in the first half. And right off the inbound pass, it comes in. Godfrey along the baseline. His shot's no good, and Wright gets the rebound, and he's fouled going up.
Now they're going to call that on Knapp, I do believe.
So we'll go against Brecker. That's his first team foul against either side here in the second half. And here is Jaden Wright, who had both of the free throws made in the first half for the Rams, and makes this one to give him his 8th point of the night. He'll try to dig into that Preston lead just a little bit more. This free throw is short as Knapp has the rebound. So the lead stays at 14 for the Indians, 28-14. As knocking the ball away and knocking it out of bounds, Ramon Barella.
He's really quick. His hands and feet are really quick. He looks a lot like Jones out there playing. He's all over the guards and playing them up tight.
But he's got 2 fouls, so he needs to be a little careful. As that position falls off a lot after he goes to the bench like it did in the first half.
Right.
Knapp hands it to Hobbs. Cam holds it there, comes around the screen. Now Larson pops way outside to receive the pass. Gives it over to Jones on the angle right. Back out top, it comes to Knapp again. Swing it over to Roberts on the left side. Wants to drive the baseline. Gets cut off. He'll get it back out top. But Godfrey intercepts the pass. Comes on Jones. One-on-one. Lay it in.
Now that was a bad pass by Roberts. He tried to almost go out, clear out to the point to Drew Jones, and it was intercepted by Barella.
There's another bad pass. Again taken away by Godfrey. All the way. Lay it in. And Jones quickly calls a timeout as his team is outscored 5-0 in the first minute and 6 seconds of the half. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. We'll be right back.
KACH.
Why just get a job when you can start an exciting career in healthcare? Franklin County Medical Center is now hiring. We are looking for talented people to join our team with multiple positions available across several departments. Day or night shifts, full or part-time. There's something for everyone. Make a difference in our community. Start a career at Franklin County Medical Center. We have competitive pay, referral bonuses, benefits including education assistance to help you advance your education and expand your career options. Find out more about what is available and apply at fcmc.org/careers.
KACH.
Highland comes out with a full court press here after the timeout. They get the ball trapped in the back court, but Roberts will get it across the timeline up into the front court.
No foul.
Barella crashes into him. They take the ball away again. Here's Kelly with a layup. That's good. 7-0 run to open the quarter for Highland. And the lead is down to 8, 28-20. Only a minute and a half gone here in the quarter, and it's been all Highland so far here in the second half. As Preston comes out of the timeout playing a little lackadaisical. Roberts for three. That won't go down as Wright has that rebound. Quickly back up into the front court as it comes to Kelly. Kelly stops in the paint. Larson strips it away from him going up. Gives it to Hobbs in the front court. It comes back to Roberts. Roberts goes around Wright and then dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds.
Mental mistakes right now. We're overthinking the plays, overthinking the drives. We've got to just back off and just play our game. We're letting Rams back into playing their game.
6 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Highland has dipped into that lead for the Indians. It's down to 8, 28-20. As they have not allowed Preston to score a point here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Wright has it in the left corner. Crosses over on Larson and a foul on Larson. That's going to be 3 on Rhett. 2 against the Indians in the half. Go ahead.
Rhett needs to not ride that dribbler underneath the basket, but get in front, get position on him, and hold his position, let him charge into him.
Linhart will come back into the game as Rhett now with 3 fouls goes to the bench. Inbound pass, Gottfried for 3, no good. Wright has the rebound down low, tried to go up, lost it, picked up by Hobbs. Cam will lead the break up the floor. He'll now slow it down as Wright cuts him off, gone his way to the basket. Cam looks at a 3, doesn't take it. He'll give it off to Jones. And Jones lobs it back to Hobbs again. Looking to down low, try to get it to Linhart. He's being fronted there, so they go back out top, back to Knapp. Swing it back over to Roberts on the angle left. Now back to Jones. Jones down the middle, lay it back off to Linhart as Wright very smartly backs off as Linhart goes down awkwardly and gets up hobbling just a little bit after he makes the shot. First points for the Indians here in the second half. They lead by 10, 4:55 to play. Back to Wright from the right elbow. Shot no good. Knapp has the rebound there. Take a look at Linhart. Seems to be running better down the floor this time as it comes back to Knapp. Knapp will go back up top as it goes back to Jones. He'll hand it back to Knapp. Now back to Jones again on the angle right. Jones looks inside trying to get it to Knapp. Can't go there. Linhart won't go there either, so they'll swing it all the way back over to Hobbs on the angle left. Hobbs will take the 3. That's short. Linhart's got the rebound, shoots over Wright again and hits it again.
Yeah, Linhart's got that shot, an easy one for him if he just does it, but I'm expecting him to take some of them longer shots outside.
He's got 6. Speaking of a long shot, here's one from Gottfried. That goes down and then comes back out. Wright takes it away from him, but they both commit the foul.
Yeah, I don't agree with that official, on calling that a foul. We'll take the foul, but Linhart had the ball wide above, and Wright just grabbed it from him, but I guess he crossed his arm or something. I didn't see it, but they called the foul on Wright.
The Indians have opened the lead back up again, back to a dozen, 32-20. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. As Highland has come out and played much better here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter than they did in the first half completely. As Jones swing it back over to Linhart from along the baseline. It's short as Tyler tapped it and then took an elbow from Campbell with no call, but the ball's going to go back over to Highland off the hands of Jones. So they get it back in. Barella gets it to Ridge Barella. Now back it comes to Ramon again. And now this ball's taken away by Linhart. As the carom comes to Hobbs. Runs over a man. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that was Hobbs wasn't sure whether he should pass off to the right to Hamlin or go straight to the basket, but I thought Barella slipped in there underneath him.
So they'll get it back into the Rams. They'll break the full court pressure quickly up into the front court. Pass is deflected. Now down low it comes to Campbell again as he tries to go up. Preston knocked it out of bounds, and it'll stay with Highland underneath their own basket. 3:29 to play here in quarter number 3. 32-20. Preston on top, although they've only scored 4 points so far here in the first 4 minutes of the second half. Hamlin back into the game. They're waiting, looking for the ball. Nobody went to go get it after it went out of bounds. It's way over in the corner behind the stands. So Brecker Knapp runs to go get it. I'm not sure he can find it.
The ball was underneath the bleachers.
So the official had to finally go help Brecker, and they get a good laugh at it as they come back out onto the floor. Barella brings it in from underneath their own basket in the front court. As Barella holding. Now he's got to get it way outside. It comes into Anderson. Anderson back to Barella. Plays catch with his brother. Now it comes back to the sophomore Ridge Barella. Now back out top as Ridge will hold it there. Waiting for Kelly to come back. Can't go there, so he gives it back over to Ramon Barella. Back inside. Now comes back to Ridge. Wants to drive. Pulls up at the free throw line. Swing it back down low. Back out top. Comes back to Ridge. Impressive ball movement by Highland, but they're not getting any shots.
Right, they're not getting the ball inside at all. There's a long three.
There's a three by Kelly that's good. That is their first three of the game. As Kelly has 7, and it's 32-23. As Jones will give it back to Hobbs. Tyler Jones yells out instructions from the bench right in front of his team as Hobbs drives, almost lost it. They didn't call the double dribble because it was knocked away from him. Jones for 3, good.
That's the kind of shots we need. Jones was wide open there. They left him wide open, and he's out there 6 feet beyond the arc.
Kelly with a matching 3 from the right corner as they come up the floor. So Kelly with back-to-back threes. Now Hamlin to his first shot of the night. That won't go down. Tap loose by Knapp as it'll stay with Preston as Campbell was trying to run and catch up to it, but he ran out of bounds. 35-26, Preston by 9, 2:12 to play in the quarter.
That was good hustle by Campbell to knock that ball out of bounds, though.
Get it back in as it comes to Linhart, hand it back to Hobbs. Hamlin again from the corner. That's an air ball this time. As a rebound is off, they get it back to Barella. The senior pushes it up into the front court, gives it up to his little brother, the sophomore, who hands it back to Campbell. Campbell driving, offensive foul as he ran over Linhart.
Yeah, he even lowered the shoulder as he went into Linhart. He just lowered his shoulder and bumped him out of the way, tried to go up for the layup.
That's 3 on Campbell, 3 on Highland as a team, and it'll be Jaden Wright to come back in as Campbell's going to have to come to the bench with his 3 fouls. Also, Ezra Godfrey going to come back into the game as Ramon Barella, the elder of the Barellas, will come to the bench. So Preston gets the ball in the backcourt as the Highland will pick the ball up at the midcourt stripe as Jones gets across the center stripe. He's double teamed there and a foul. Good thing, too, because the Jones in desperation threw the pass that was intercepted.
Right, and otherwise he would have gone back court with it if he'd have tried to keep it.
Yes, the foul goes on Kelly, his first. And the ball stays with the Indians as it comes into Hobbs in the backcourt. 1:40 to play here in the third. 35-26, Preston on top. Hamlin gives it to Lords. Lords stops just outside the arc. He'll bounce it to Knapp. Knapp comes back to Jones, who holds it outside. Ridge Barella comes up to challenge, comes around the screen, does Jones. Jones almost lost it, able to corral it again and get it back outside to Lords. Lords will hand it back to Jones as he comes back to get the ball with 1:15 to play in the quarter. Back to Lords on the angle left. Linhart pops way outside to get the ball, give it back to Jones now over here on the angle right. As comes around the screen set by Knapp. Pulls up for 14 straight away, no good. Foul was on the floor, so no shot. As the foul is going to go against Ridge Barella. That'll be his second and 4th on the team.
Officials calling this game a little tighter now. They're going to start to.
59 seconds to play here in the quarter as Knapp has it. Wants to back in on right, turns and faces him, and now gives it down on the block as it comes to Linhart. Linhart goes up and over his much shorter man, Wild, and a foul against the Indians as Lords tackles the man going for the rebound.
Yeah, he came up over the top, even though he the defender landed on him when they came down, but the foul was on Lords.
2 on Lords, 4 on Preston as a team. 50 seconds to play in the quarter. Preston leading by 9, 35-26. Gottfried, top of the key, gives it to Ridge Barella on the angle left. Barella pops a 3, banks it in.
Yeah, he deposited that one off the glass. Pretty easy 3.
Leads down to 6. Lords with 27 seconds to play in the quarter, comes to Jones, drives around the right, tries to go reverse layup, right blocks it, comes off to Gottfried, and Jones hustles up the floor and takes it away from Gottfried from behind. Gives it back to Lords with 13 seconds to play in the quarter. Lords will try to set something up now as the clock runs down to 7. Jones, a 3 to beat the clock. That's no good. Lords with the rebound, blocked by Wright, comes back to Hobbs, and a foul just before the horn. So Hobbs is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the foul is on Ridge Barella. That is his 3rd and 5th against the Rams as a team.
Yeah, both teams are playing very tough now. You know, the rebounding and blocking shots, they're going for the gold.
First shot by Hobbs is good. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Gives him 7 tonight. 36-29. Remember, the halftime lead for the Indians was 15. And Hobbs makes them both. So with half a second left, Gottfried will throw it the length of the court and comes up empty as Preston will lead by 8. So they had their lead basically cut in half in the third quarter. It's 37-29. The fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. We'll go there right after this timeout.
KACH.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb Funeral Home.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. Preston had their lead cut in half after being outscored in the third quarter 16-9 by the Rams. 37-29 as we start the fourth. Preston will have the ball.
Preston's going to have to take their time and get the shots off and control the ball. They can't afford to have their shots blocked and or bad passing.
So Highland pressures the ball with the Barellas as they get it into Hobbs, who comes back across the timeline. Ramon Barella back into the game. Get it to Knapp. Knapp down low against Wright. Gives it off to Lenhart. They tried to get it back to Knapp. Wright intercepted it. Saved on the floor by Lenhart and a whistle.
Pushed by Brandon Kelly.
So Knapp had a walk to the basket. Kelly came across and fouled him with a two-hand shove. That's his second, and that's 6 now on the Rams. They're out of fouls for the remainder of the contest. Get it into Lords down at the left block. Slides to a stop. Tries to force his way through, and that'll be a holding foul against Ridge Barella. That'll be 4 on him. And should be 1-1 as Lords will go to the free throw line. You may have to introduce Lords back to the free throw line. That's not someplace where he goes quite often. In fact, he's only shot 10 free throws the entire year and made 3 of them. As Ridge Barella and his 4 fouls will go to the bench. Fisher Anderson back on the floor here for the Rams. And now here's Lords for the free throws. First one is short. He missed the front end.
Something we'll need to work on.
Here come the Rams back the other way. Bounce it inside as it comes to Wright. Gets around his man for the layup.
That was a nice move by Wright as he went in. He thought he was going to go up with the left, but he came up with the right underneath Lenhart.
Lead is 6 again. Hobbs throws one up in the air. That's no good. Quick break comes to Gottfried all the way down the floor. He threw it off the bottom of the rim. Picked up there by Knapp. Brecker up the floor with a 6-point lead. Not quite a minute gone here in the fourth. They'll give it back to Hobbs. Cam will hold it there. Get it back to Knapp. Comes out to the top of the key. Gives it to Lenhart. Swing it back over on the angle right. Back to Hobbs. Back to Lords again. He'll hold it there at the left elbow as it comes back to Lenhart. Now back to Hobbs. Preston trying to slow it down a little bit. As they start to play faster here, the defense for Highland intensifies and they get a little ragged with the ball. As Lords holds it back outside to Lenhart as they try to get it inside to Knapp, who slipped and fell on the break, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, he was. It could have been a push from Wright as he went underneath, but he did go down in front of him, so I don't know if it was a push or not.
Up into the front court, it comes back to Gottfried. Gottfried back to Barella. As this is Ramon into the game with his 2 fouls. His younger brother has 4 and sits on the bench. Gottfried's got to look at a 3, doesn't take it. Down low, it comes to Wright. Put it up and won't go down for him. Gottfried has the rebound down low. Back outside. Swing it over to Anderson for 3. Good.
That was a big shot for the Rams. 3-pointer right there, and Jones is going to have to call a timeout.
They've cut the lead to 3 with 6:03 to play in the fourth. Preston holding on by the hair of their chinny chin chin, and we'll be right back.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH.
37-34, Preston holding on to a 3-point lead. As over at the Snake Pit, Century with about a minute and a half to play in the third quarter leads by 13, 37-24 in a low-scoring game there. So Preston, who led by 15, have been outscored by a dozen here in the second half. Hold on to a 3-point lead and full court pressure put on here by the Rams as the Indians bring it in backcourt. They'll give it to Jones, and the Rams will start to back out of the press. Give it back to Hobbs. Hobbs looks up in the front court. Got to get it across the front court as it comes to Lords, back to Jones. Wants to drive. Draws the double team. Down low, back to Roberts for the layup.
Nice pass by Jones down the middle of the key into Roberts for an easy layup.
Roberts got 9. Kelly another 3 from the corner. Good again.
And that banked off the glass too. So interesting shot.
3 threes for Kelly. He's got 15 in the game. And it's a 2-point lead, 39-37. Remember, we had a tie and a couple of lead changes early on in the first quarter, and the Indians have led since then. But it's starting to slip away as the lead down to 2. Comes back to Jones. Jones holds it, wants to drive. Double teamed as Barella comes over quickly. Back to Roberts. Give it back to Lords, who lost the ball. Regains it, gives it back to Hobbs somehow without traveling, and gives it back to Roberts. Hobbs in the right corner. Back outside to Roberts, and punched away. This should be a foul against Kelly.
Yeah, that'll go on Kelly as Hobbs was all by himself over there, and Kelly pushed him, caused the ball to go out of bounds.
So here's Roberts going to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. First one by Steven is good.
That's what we need to do, is hit those free throws down the stretch, because we know there's going to be a lot of them called.
Stevens got 10 tonight. That ties him with Drew Jones for high honors on the team as he makes the lead 3 again. Makes them both, and Preston leads by 4, 41-37.
Need a stop here by the Indians.
4:45 to play, 41-37. Godfrey comes back across the top of the key. Lord's right on him. Gives it back to Barella. Now back to Godfrey again. Gets it inside to Wright. It drives across the key. Left-hand layup is good. Wright's got a dozen in the lead, down to 2 again, 41-39. 4:25 to play in regulation. Preston up into the front court. Hobbs goes behind the back, drives, lay it off to Roberts for the layup.
Nice drive by Hobbs as he went behind the back and then found
Roberts
all alone.
And outside, Godfrey, a 3 from the left corner. That's no good. Roberts has it, dribbles it off his foot, then throws it away down low, and a foul as Kelly was going up. They had no choice.
The basket didn't go. That's the good thing. This is going to make him earn them both from the stripe.
Foul goes against Brecker Knapp. That'll be his second. And the 5th team foul of the half against the Indians. So here is Kelly at the free throw line. He's made 3 from behind the arc. How is he from the free throw line tonight as he makes the first? He's 1 out of 1. That's how he is. And he has 14 in the game. Lead back to 3, 43-40. Remember tonight's game, 4th quarter, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home. You know them, you trust them, they're here to stay. As Kelly makes them both. He has 15 and it's back down to a 2-point lead again. Backcourt pressure. They get it to Hobbs, who hustles it up into the front 47 feet. Goes to Lords, who handed it back to Hobbs. 3:50 to play. Hobbs dribbles against Godfrey. Right way out away from the basket as they go man-to-man again. As Hobbs comes back to meet the ball, they double-team the ball. Take it to the basket with the big man way outside. Give it to Jones for 3. That's no good. Lords taps it. Wright taps it. It'll stay with the Indians. They got the center right 40 feet away from the basket. Why aren't they attacking the hoop?
I don't know.
Hobbs to bring it in from underneath his own basket. Gets it in Knapp. Now back to Roberts. Back to Jones. Drives the baseline. Shoots over Wright rather, and puts it in.
Yeah. Nice little floater off the side. No backboard, nothing, just right over the rim. Had an arc of about 10 feet on it.
Jones has got a dozen, back to a 4-point lead with 3:10 to play. Wright doesn't, or I should say Kelly doesn't take the 3, gives it back to Barella. Swing it back to Godfrey, back top to Barella. Now back to the left side, now back out top to Barella again, who will now back it back out. 3 minutes exactly to play in the quarter. 45-41, Preston leads, trying to break a 5-game losing streak. Inside it goes to Wright, and he's fouled, going up, and it's in. The foul will be on Knapp.
Yeah, that's the same play he's had the last 3 times down the court. That little pass into him and a left-hand look up, hook up over the top of the defender.
Wright can complete the 3-point play and cut the lead down to 1. And he missed it as Lords has the rebound. He's missed his last 2 free throws in a row. 2:45 to play, 45-43. Hobbs up into the front court. Comes on the angle right as he's run into by Barella and a foul by Barella.
The official called that one on Barella, but he fouled him once earlier and didn't call it, and then he called that little ticky-tack one on Barella.
Into the 3rd quarter over at the Century High School. The Diamondbacks lead 44-26.
Wow.
So Hobbs back to the line. 4 out of 4 tonight, and that one rolls in.
Yeah, that one hit off the front and then rolled off the back brace into the net.
Hobbs has got 9. Preston's lead back out to 3, 46-43. As our second one will not go down. As a great play by Knapp to save it, falling out of bounds, throw it over his head. And it bounced off of Anderson and out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a no look over his head, back out, and it hit right off the body of Godfrey, I believe.
Unbelievable play as Jones dribbles it off his knee and it goes out of bounds. So a 3-point lead for the Indians, 2.5 to play. 46-43. Barella back up into the front court as he crosses there with Gottfried. Gottfried, top of the key, swings it back to Barella on the right side. Now back to Gottfried. They'll come back to Kelly now on the left. Wants to drive the baseline. Blocked by Roberts, taken away by Knapp. As here comes Brecker up the floor. He'll come back to Jones. He'll pop a three, and it's no good. As Brecker hustles for the rebound. Can he get it? It's chased down by Lords. Right way out on the floor to tackle him. And finally they call the foul.
Yeah, that's on Jaden Wright.
It'll be his second. That's 10 on the team. So Lords will go to the free throw line now in the double bonus to shoot 2. Remember, he had one earlier. He missed the front end of the 1-and-1 earlier this quarter. Big free throws here with 2:02 to play. First one short.
You know, I'm surprised Linhart or Hamblin isn't in this situation. You know,
or even Larson. They got Lords basically playing down low against Wright, and both of the big men sitting on the bench. Lords makes the second free throw, his first point of the game, and Preston leads by 4, 47-43. 1:50 to play. Barella lobs it down along the baseline to Godfrey. Goes baseline on Knapp. Can't get the shot off. His pass out is deflected. They get it back. It goes to Kelly, and Kelly is knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Roberts is going to be called for a pushing foul. I'm there, but I thought he traveled before that foul occurred.
Just the first foul tonight against Roberts. That's 7 on Preston as a team, and Kelly will go back to the free throw line. Kelly 2 out of 2 so far tonight. And his third free throw of the night, he stays perfect. Gives him 16 in the game. That is high scoring honors in the game for both teams. And he can add to that, which he does, as he makes the second, and a timeout on the floor called by Highland. 2-point Preston lead, 47-45. Take a timeout, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
One of the best changes brought on by the COVID situation is the way we buy new vehicles. At West Motors in Preston and North Logan, they have become experts in these new buying practices. They invite you to build your own vehicle. Because of part shortages, vehicle manufacturers are building pre-sold vehicles first instead of trying to refill the nation's car lots. So now people build the vehicle that is exactly what they want. What color is it? What size engine? What accessories will you include? Stop by West Motors in Preston or North Logan today and let them help you build your own vehicle. Don't settle for the best car on the lot. Build your own vehicle at
West Motor Company.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, Preston's still clinging to that 2-point lead, 47-45. In tonight's game, brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st East in Preston.
Buckle up your seatbelt on this one. It's a 2-point game with only 1:41 to go.
So Preston with a 2-point lead.
And possession, I do believe, after the basket down there.
And the possession arrow is in the direction of the Rams, just in case that comes into play. Full court pressure here by Highland. Roberts to bring it into the backcourt. Here comes Lords up the floor as he stays in the game. Give it back to Roberts. Roberts whipped the pass over to Hobbs. Get it back to Roberts, who gets it across the timeline, gives it to Jones. Roberts wants to drive down the middle, right way out from the basket again, trying to pick up the ball way outside as it comes to Hobbs. Down low to Roberts. Get it back out top, back to Hobbs again. Hobbs holds way outside. Barella inside his shirt, trying to get the ball away as it comes to Roberts along the sideline. Now it comes to Knapp, back to Hobbs. They're going to try to run the clock out as it's down to 105.
Make him foul him.
Here comes Hobbs, back to Roberts, put it up and in. Another layup for Steve from the weak side.
Back to 2-point two-possession game now for the Indians.
49-45, under a minute to play. Outside right for three.
Whoa.
Good!
My goodness.
Wow, that was a big shot. And a timeout on the floor. 17 for Wright. He has a pair of threes, and it's a one-point game, 49-48.
Yeah, he was 6 feet away from the three-point line to make that shot. Beautiful shot.
Full timeout. We'll take it as well and be right back right after this.
KACH.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH.
One-point lead for the Indians. 50 seconds left as the teams remain on the benches. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors in Preston and Logan. If you need a car or truck, now's the time to call West Motors and save today. West Motors in Preston and in Logan. You had an interesting thought coming out of the break.
Yeah, I was just going to say this game is tight, but the interesting thing is when we're the first half, we're running these fast breaks down the court with a smile on our face, and these we're frustrated a little bit. So
50 seconds left. Roberts gets it into Knapp in the backcourt. They get it back to Roberts. Steve drives up the floor, and Gottfried runs into him and fouls him. That'll put Roberts back at the free throw line again to shoot two. As Gottfried, believe it or not, just his first foul. And Preston will remain in the double bonus. As Larson and Lenhart remain on the bench.
We've also come out of the zone defense. Both teams are playing man-to-man.
Roberts makes the first, gives him 16. That's high man for the Indians tonight. 2-point lead, makes it 3 as he makes the second free throw as well. 51-48, 43 seconds to play. Barella in the front court will give it to Gottfried. Gottfried wants to drive, gets cut off. 36 seconds to play. Driving, splits the defense and lays it in. Back to a one-point game again, 51-50. And Preston throws the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he tried to bounce it into Jones, and Jones reached for it and knocked it out of bounds rather than being able to pull it in.
Highland can have their first lead since early in the first quarter with a hoop.
With their first hoop, yep.
Barella tying the shoe. Hold on a second. Officials giving him just a moment. Coach comes over, Ty Pearson, to yell something in his ear while he's doing that. They'll line up in a picket line along the left side of the key. Right to bring it in. Brings it into Barella. Can't get a shot. Comes to Kelly in the left corner. A three for the lead. No good. As Lords has the rebound inside and they foul him.
And that's who they want to foul right now is Lords. Because
foul will be on Wright, his third. And Lords will go back to the free throw line. He's struggled there tonight.
Yeah, Lords has, and Roberts has made all of his. So I'm surprised they haven't tried to foul Jones or even Brecker, because they haven't shot many at all tonight.
Lords has made only 1 out of 4 attempts. First one is good. Back to a 2-point lead, 52-50. Preston's going to pull everybody off the line and send them all back in the backcourt. Lords' second free throw. He made them both.
Now, I would put them back at the line right now with 2 to shoot foul shots and give us the ball back.
Well, just thinking just about that. Highland wants a timeout to consider that. 3-point Preston lead, 20 seconds to play in the game. We'll take a timeout. We're back again right after this.
KACH.
Here is a great idea for lunch today, or any day. Try the fresh buffet bar in the deli at Stokes Market in Preston, with a different theme every day, but enough variety that anyone can enjoy it any day. There's also the fresh salad bar, so you can mix and match your favorite salad fixins to create your very own best salad. Now that your mouth's watering, add one more thought: the convenience. Every item on the buffet is ready to eat now. The fresh buffet bar, another reason to shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
KACH.
20 seconds to play. 53-50, Preston leads. As waiting for the Rams to come back out on the floor. Preston comes out with Knapp, Roberts, Jones, Hobbs, and Lord stays in the game. Possession arrow in the direction of the Rams, in case you're interested. Comes into Barella. A 3 will tie it for the Rams. Barella tries to get around Hobbs, can't. Gives it off to Kelly. He'll go up for a 3. No good. Rebound is off inside to Godfrey. Give it back to Wright. He's already made 2 from out there. He lost the ball. It's still loose. Knapp has it in the tie-up, and it's going to stay, however, with Highland with 0.8 of a second left. They have time to basically catch and quickly shoot. You can't dribble. It's got to be one motion.
And it has to be a 3.
So nobody stands within the lane as Godfrey looking for somebody to give it to. Swing it to Godfrey. He goes up. It's blocked by Roberts, and the Indians will win. They'll break the 5-game losing streak. It's never easy to break a losing streak as it came right down to the end as Highland outscored the Indians by 12 in the second half, but Preston holds on for the win. Final score 53-50 here at Highland High School. We invite you to stay tuned for the post-game show. It's coming up next. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Dental Care, when you have an occasion where you need someone to take care of your teeth, call Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to take care of your car. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region of Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Liberty Mutual. And by Motor Jungle, they'll fix the cars that other mechanics will refuse to touch. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Franklin County Medical Center Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation Services is dedicated to helping you live your best life. We have trained professional staff to help you improve your athletic endurance and so much more. Whether you are recovering from injury or surgery or need some basic athletic training, we work hard to get you back to doing what you love most. Our speech pathologist can also assist with communication, language, or other speech issues. Learn more about our services at fcmc.org.
Here is a great idea for lunch today, or any day. Try the fresh buffet bar in the deli at Stokes Market in Preston, with a different theme every day, but enough variety that anyone can enjoy it any day. There's also the fresh salad bar, so you can mix and match your favorite salad fixins to create your very own best salad. Now that your mouth's watering, add one more thought: the convenience. Every item on the buffet is ready to eat now. The fresh buffet bar, another reason to shop, enjoy, save at Stokes Market in Preston.
We had no winner on Wednesday in the KCH Money Magnet Contest, so we'll throw another $5 into the jackpot. And Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour, the jackpot will be worth $110. Be listening as I call out another 4-digit lucky number. If it matches the number on your money magnet, you could be a winner. $110 in the jackpot Thursday morning during the 7 o'clock hour on Preston's home for fun, information, and music. FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard. Well, we welcome you back here to Highland Gym as the Preston Indians stop and take a deep breath. It's never easy. They break the 5-game losing streak as they hold on for a 3-point win, 53-50. Even though, John, they were outscored 16-9 in the third quarter and 21-16 in the fourth, outscored by 12 points overall in the second half, and somehow able to hold on for the 3-point win.
Well, it was a tale of two tales in this game. The first half, if you remember right, we were doing it. We were getting open shots because they were not pressing our guards. They were not putting a lot of pressure on us. They changed that up in the second half, put pressure on our guards, went man-to-man, and was sticking to us like glue. We weren't getting the shots, turning the ball over a few more times in the second half, and therefore we were not the better team in the second half. But if we've got room to score and play like we did the first half, we can beat anybody because I think we have as good a shooters as any team in the league. But the thing of it is tonight, again, they capitalized on putting pressure on us, and we've got to learn to control the ball, move the ball around, and get those points off the rebounds and second shots.
Absolutely. They finally came out and did what teams were doing against us for the last 5 games in the second half. They came out and put pressure in our face, and once again, we had a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, we get a little bit frustrated. We handle the ball really well. We've got some talented guards, Drew and Hobbs, and we have some talented guards. Roberts can play guard, and our bigs weren't getting in underneath. We did get a couple of good passes into Roberts and to Knapp, but yeah, excuse me. But once we got the ball, we were still able. And once we went to the foul line, that's where we were able to step up and hit the foul shots.
Yep. So for Preston, they really win the game at the free throw line. We'll talk about that story coming up in just a couple of minutes when we take a look at the stats from tonight's game, as they only had one 3-point basket in the second half of the game tonight, as they came back and the Highland Rams had 6 in the second half after not making any 3-pointers in the first half.
Right. Wright stepped up, made that, I'm going to call it a lucky 3, but a prayer up there on the on a 3-pointer, and then they came through and hit a couple more after that, and that put them right into the ball game.
53-50 to final. Take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the stats from tonight's game right after this.
KACH.
We all have had a time in our lives where having insurance has been of great comfort and has helped to not make a bad situation worse. That is what we at Naylor Insurance take pride in, being that friend there to help you when you need it most. At Naylor Insurance, we will work hand in hand to find an affordable insurance plan that works for you. We are proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your commercial insurance needs, including a wide variety of options through Liberty Mutual Insurance. Call us at 852-0810. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State in Preston.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's look at the scoring from tonight's game here at Highland High School. This is the stat sheet report brought to you by Naylor Insurance. Call them at 852-0810. Ridge Barella finished the game with 3. Brandon Kelly had a great night. He had 16 in the game. Ramon Barella, the senior, did not score. Eli Parrish played a small time in the first half. He also did not score. Fisher Anderson had 4 points in the game. Ezra Gottfried finished with a total of 8. It was Gary Campbell who did not score. Owen Wild did not score. And Jaden Wright finished the game with 17 points. They were 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the game. And as we mentioned a moment ago, finished with a total of 6 3-pointers in the contest. For the Indians, Rhett Larson finished the game with 4. It was Cam Hobbs with 10. Brecker Knapp had 2. Stephen Roberts with the new season high 17, and Preston needed every one of them tonight. Drew Jones finished the game with 12. Will Hamlin did not score. Tyler Linhart had 6. Cade Lords had a total of 3 in the game. Here's where Preston wins the game, John. They were 12 of 15 from the free throw line, which helped them hang on to that lead, which at one time got down to 1 point in the fourth quarter. As they end up winning it by 3, and they made 5 3-pointers in the game, just 1 in the second half.
Yeah, and that was, we've talked about that before. Free throws is a big thing, and when we're hitting them and doing good, we can actually win games because we can stay close enough to win if we're getting the foul shots. So that was a big part, like you said, a big part of the win tonight.
Preston wins at 53-50. They break the 5-game losing streak. They're now 12-6 on the year, and will now go get ready to go home and face Century coming up on Friday night for senior night. We'll tell you what's coming up exactly for both the boys and girls programs at Preston. Plus, John will have our Ralph's Construction Player of the Game coming up right after this.
KACH.
Ralph's Construction has been building quality homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston for years. Now they're breaking ground on Phase 3 and will have homes available again soon. However, now is the time to be planning exactly in the Phase 3 lots where you want to be and eventually call home. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Ralph's Construction can have a home ready for you before you know it. Remember, they have floor plans available, or they can build to suit a floor plan that you may desire. Ralph's Construction. Call today, 435-232-1837.
In the fairy tale, the lion needed to have a thorn removed from his paw. So it is in real life. Every so often our tires pick up thorns and debris that need to be removed so that our world can keep going round. When it happens to you, think Motor Jungle. Motor Jungle can help you with all of your tire needs, whether you need a new set, your current tires need rotated, or to remove the occasional thorn. Motor Jungle is the go-to guy, tackling the jobs other mechanics turn down. Motor Jungle at the north end of State Street.
We all have those times when we need to see someone due to oral pain or discomfort. That is when you need to see Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care. When it comes to the health of your teeth, we should always strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Dr. Iverson at Preston Dental Care is the comfortable and professional general dentist that we all need from time to time. Contact Preston Dental Care today and make an appointment. Call 852-3700. That's 852-3700. Take the first step to healthier teeth and gums. Call Preston Dental Care, 208-852-3700.
KACH.
Well, the Indians hold on for a 3-point win, 53-50. John, you have our Ralph's Construction Player of the game.
Yep, it's definitely got to be Stephen Roberts. Today he came up game high 16 points?
17.
17 points, and he played a very well game, getting his shots off. but he had some outside and inside shots that helped boost him up there tonight. But I was really surprised that we held Hamblin to no score, to no points at all tonight, and even Brecker Knapp didn't get as many points as he normally does, with only four. Two or four.
Two, yeah.
And then, but Jones, Roberts, and who was our other big scorer tonight? Hobbs. Yeah, Hobbs, they were able to get their shots and make some points. So that's how we made it through the night, and by the skin of our teeth with a 3-point win.
So Preston comes home. They'll face Century for the final conference game of the year coming up on Friday night. That'll be a 7:30 tip-off at Preston Gym. Tomorrow, the Lady Indians will be at home to play Game 2 of the conference tournament, as they will be facing the Pocatello Thunder tomorrow night at the gym. 7 p.m. tip-off there. If you can't be at either one of those games, we'll have them for you here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Final thoughts before we say goodnight?
Well, like I say, we would like to see a big crowd out to the game with Century on Friday night while these boys come up again. And just a reminder, it's a region play. It's a district play, not the playoffs. So, win or lose, we still have a chance to play them back in district play. So
absolutely. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight as the Indians hold on, break a 5-game losing streak with a 53-50 win here at Highland. The executive director of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard. As reminds you the final score, Preston wins at 53-50. We'll look for you tomorrow night at Preston Gym as the ladies will take on the floor in district playoff action. 7 o'clock tip-off tomorrow night, so don't be late as we'll look for you then. Until then, for John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard. Have a very... Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.